Problem number 25. Okay, that's going to give us the sine value. So sine of theta over 1 plus the cosine of theta plus 1 plus the cosine of theta over sine theta. We want to show that that's equal to 2 cosecant. So over here, we're going to work with the left side. And we want to get a common denominator. So essentially, we're just going to multiply these two denominators together. So what it's going to be is, on the left side, here, when I say the left side of these two values, on this one right here, I'm going to multiply top and bottom by sine. This one here, top and bottom by 1 plus cosine. So here's what that's going to give me. That's going to give me sine squared and over here, I've got that. So this is going to be the following. Sine squared theta on top. Now they're both over the same thing. So plus. This thing has got to be FOILed. So it's going to be give me 1 plus 2 cosines of theta plus a cosine squared theta. That whole thing is over sine theta times 1 plus cosine theta. Now what I want you to notice is that I didn't multiply this denominator out, and usually when you're working with these problems that's going to be very useful. Because a lot of times things are going to cancel, like you're going to see in this next step. So here, whenever you've got sines that are squared and cosines, you want to replace those. Okay, so we know that the sine squared of an angle plus the cosine squared of that same angle is equal to 1, regardless of what the angle is. So this guy right here and this guy right here, they equal 1 if I add them together. So here's what I've got. I've got 1 plus 2 cosine theta. Okay, so that's this one, 2 cosine theta, plus another 1. Like that. 1 plus 1 is 2. And now I'm going to factor a 2 out. And the reason I'm going to do that is because if I look on the bottom, I have a 1 plus cosine. And this thing is so close to 1 plus cosine. Okay, so let's just, for sake of room, let's put this up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out a 2. And I'm going to be left with 1 plus the cosine of theta. When you work on these problems, you have to be a little bit creative. And so sometimes you'll have seen a trick before, other times you won't. So you just do your best in trying to solve those. Now, I've got the 1 plus cosine, 1 plus cosine. These guys cancel out. I'm left with 2 over the sine of theta. And sine theta is, if I switch that around, that's cosecant. So this is really, okay, so what's going on here is this is really 2 over 1 times 1 over sine theta. And 1 over sine theta is cosecant. And that's, if you look, oops, that's what we want it to equal. So these steps right here are my proof.